Yo, what is good, everybody? If you ever wanted to become a true lockdown DB in college football 26, just like me, this is the video that'll get you there. I'm talking about locking up top receivers, breaking down plays like a film room vet, baiting QBs into making terrible throws, and turning picks into touchdowns. And we're not just covering the basics here, this is the full breakdown. We're talking pre-snap reads, press coverage, forcing fumbles, returning interceptions, making adjustments mid-game and mid-drive, and leveling up your player to become a Thorpe Award finalist and a Heisman winner. I've been playing DB all through Road to Glory, and trust me, once you know what to look for and how to execute, it completely changes the game. The game slows down, you see plays before they happen, and you start to get those highlight reel moments every time you touch the field. So do me a favor, if you're trying to dominate as a DB in Road to Glory, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment below what team you're playing for and how many interceptions you want to get this year. But without further ado, let's get into it. Before you even step on the field, you gotta get your build right. And I'm not just talking about picking the default DB template and calling it a day. Your height, weight, and archetype affect how you move, how you hit, how you cover, and even how you look on the field. For my personal DB build, I went with the 6'2", 200-pound corner, basically modeled after Patrick Surtain II. That height gives you the length to contest 50-50 balls while still keeping enough quickness to change direction and mirror receivers. You won't feel clunky, but you've got just enough mass to deliver some serious hits and play lockdown coverage. Now, if I were running a slot corner, I'd probably go a 5'11" or 6 foot, closer to a Trent McDuffie type. Someone that's twitchy, reactive, and elite at flipping hips and jumping routes in tight space. So think about where you want to line up on the field because your body type does matter. Then we get into archetypes. If you want to press and erase wide receiver ones all game, go to straight lockdown. Bump and run, because that's what I chose. If you want range and ball skills, I would go field corner. And if you want a balanced DB that can do a little bit of everything, run support, zone drops, deep coverage, then I would probably go to a zone corner or a boundary corner. There's no wrong choice, but just make it to match your playstyle. Early upgrades should focus on speed. That's a non-negotiable. After that, level up man coverage or zone coverage depending on your scheme or player type. Next up is acceleration, awareness, and play recognition, and hands is something that's important but I think overlooked. All of these help you react faster, recover quicker, make smarter breaks on the ball, and ultimately get those highlight plays you're looking for. Alright, so this is one of the most slept on parts of playing DB, and that's pre-snap recognition. Great DBs make plays before the ball's even snapped. What you're doing before the play is just as important as how you react after the ball is in the air. Start by looking at the offensive formation. Trips, watch for flood or levels concepts. Bunch, expect pick routes or rubs. 2x2 spread, they might be trying to isolate a matchup. Where the receivers line up matters. A receiver wide outside is more likely to run an inside breaking route. A tight alignment, probably going outside. And if they motion a slot receiver, you just have to adjust accordingly. Now, add in down and distance. This is huge because on third and short, you're probably going to see slants, flat routes, or quick outs. On third and long, get ready for deep posts, corners, or a dagger concept over the middle. On second and medium, they might try play action and hit you deep if you're not paying attention. This info tells you what to expect so you don't go into a play blind. Make reads before the ball is snapped and position yourself accordingly. Also keep an eye on your safety help. If you got a deep half, play inside leverage. If you're on an island, be cautious and give yourself a cushion. Reading the information plus knowing your responsibility equals lockdown defense. Now once the ball is snapped, you need to know how to move. And I'm talking about stick work, not just letting the game carry you. Start with strafing. Hold L2 or LT to say square. It keeps you balanced so you can react to cuts without overcommitting. But here's the trick. When you do want to break, let go of L2, move with your left stick, and don't hit R2 or RT right away. This lets you plant, turn, and burst out smoothly. Then you hit R2 once you're actually moving in the direction you want. This stops you from getting stuck in place or losing that half-second window. When pressing, use your left stick pre-snap to choose your leverage inside or outside. Then at the snap, hold X, PlayStation, or A on Xbox to jam. You only have a 5-yard window to make contact. After that, it's illegal contact, just like in real life. If the ball's in the air and you're still pushing, that's defensive pass interference waiting to happen. But done right, and a good jam completely disrupts a route. Now, when the ball's coming your way, you gotta make a decision. Play the ball or play the man. Hold triangle or Y to go for the pick, which is perfect when you're in phase and under control. Hold X or A to play the receiver. And this is better when you're trailing or out of position. You'll have a higher chance of a deflection or breaking up the catch and not just allowing the receiver to complete the pass. Do this right and you're just not preventing completions, you're creating turnovers and getting highlights. Now comes the mental game. Reading and reacting in real time. Watch the receiver's body language. Their footwork and hips will tell you everything. If they're chopping steps, expect a break. If they're leaning inside hard, you might get a corner or a fade. Trust your keys and don't rely on guessing. And stop staring at the QB. You'll lose track of your assignment and get cooked. Use peripheral vision to feel the QB, but lock in on your zone or man responsibility and let the play come to you. It's also about understanding route combos. When you see certain formations over and over, you start recognizing patterns. If they've hit you with the same slant 3 times, bait it the 4th. And that brings us to the next part. All great DBs already know this, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you know that baiting is an art. It's how you force turnovers without even being in the perfect position. You just gotta make the QB believe you're not a threat until it's too late. Let's say you're playing a shallow zone. Drop a little deeper than you should, like you're falling asleep or trailing too far. The QB sees an open flat or curl, lines up, and then you break. You time that burst perfectly, and boom. Pick city. Other ways to bait are sitting in between 2 routes and shade toward the one you don't want. Let the QB feel like the other is open, then close that window like a trap. Remember, don't spam this. If you bait every play, the CPU will stop throwing your way or you'll get caught eventually. Use it when you recognize the concept or see the QB eyeing one wide receiver too long. You got your interception, now don't waste it. Hold R2 the entire return. Unless your agility and juke rating are elite, spinning or hurdling is going to slow you down and ruin the run back. Instead, just keep your momentum. Here's the trick though. Wiggle the left stick side to side while sprinting. Subtle movements keep your top speed while still throwing off defenders. The CPU doesn't react well to those quick, sharp movements if you stay moving straight. This lets you run by 1 or 2 tackles just off body angle and keep going. Only spin or juke if it's one-on-one and you know you can win. Otherwise, straight line, cut lanes, and then house it. Tackling works the same way. Strafe, square up, and hit stick. Simple, clean, and effective. You'll really only be able to run full speed and be able to hit stick the opponent if it's a blindside or you get there so quick that they can't react. Defense is about matchups and anticipation. On 3rd and long, go cover 4 or cover 6. Keep everything in front. On the goal line, press man, cover 2, or blitz. Watch for quick outs and slants. On early downs, mix coverages and disguise your looks. Some adjustments to make are shade inside or outside, press or back off based on matchup. If you're facing a speedster, play off and trail. Facing a slower receiver, jam him at the line and throw off that timing. Use zone drops to control deep or short passes. This makes a huge difference when facing teams that spam crossing routes or deep outs. To grow fast and road to glory, you need consistent production. Focus on turnovers, picks for forced fumbles, pass breakups, and tackles for loss and run support. Practice does matter too. Don't sim, do the drills, even if you're not starting yet. Every drill gives you XP and lets you earn that starting job quicker. Once you're starting, play every snap smart. Don't gamble unless you're sure. Play sound football, level up, and you'll find yourself ranked in the Thorpe Award watch list or in the Heisman watch list by mid-season. If you made it this far, you're officially on your way to becoming a top-tier DB in college football 26 road to glory. From building your player right to understanding your assignments to baiting for game-changing plays, it all adds up. If you found this video helpful, drop a like, sub to the channel, and let me know in the comments what you thought was the most helpful tip in this video. Remember to go check out my Armani Ace DB series in college football 26. But thank y'all for watching, and until next time, I'll catch y'all later.